Hello, 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 and welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip La Cour. So glad you are joining me for this live broadcast. When you come on, say hello, hello, hello. That's our Workouts for Older Men Live greeting. Post your questions, your comments, or just say hello. I'll acknowledge you even when you're watching the replay version. Most men watching the replay version, you're starting to see me more consistent at the times when I come as to join you. It's like I'm coming on live. Seems like every 12 hours, 4:30 in the morning or so, and then 4:30 at night. All right. Most of the men who are looking for the inspiration and information with training, nutrition, mindset, lifestyle that's specifically designed for older men with busy, productive lives. They watch in the replay version too. So don't feel as though you're missing anything when you join me in the replay version. I love it though when you join me live. Hello, Robin. Hello, 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 Mark. Great to have you here, sir. Hey, in this video, I want to talk about how to build muscle despite your limitations now that you're a little bit older. How to build muscle despite your limitations now that you're a little bit older. Get so many comments, right? You see this 60-year-old man, all right, 5'11", right now I'm about 209 pounds, uh, lifting the weight that I'm lifting. And it's kind of blowing people's minds. Oh, older men shouldn't lift that weight. You should train lighter and do higher reps. And you got to understand something is that if you were to do a Google search and see my long, 25-year career on the internet since it began, you'll see I am doing a couple more reps per set. And I am training lighter for me. Again, I was a six-time national champion. All right. I was built for this. All right. Even though I'm 60 years old, 17, 20 years, just about years removed. I've been doing this a long time. I want to share the secrets, the nuance, the different way of thinking, the mindset to take control of your body, to build that body that you want. All right. But don't compare yourself to me. Use me as inspiration. But just because you're 60 and I'm 60, yeah, you've been kicking butt with your family and your business. You've been a master at what you do, things that I admire. That's where you put your focus and attention, right? I just posted a video of my 7-year-old son playing football. I know most of you guys, you did that 20 something years ago. All right. So while you were doing your thing, I was doing my thing. So that focus for so many years puts me at a different level. So don't compare yourself to me. All right. One thing that I always get, and sometimes it's kind of funny when you look at it, you see me training. All we do is, it seems like the feed is filled with guys. Well, I can't do that. I got pins in my back. I've got shoulder replacements. I got joint pain. I got arthritis. I get it. I get it. I empathize. I sympathize with you. I get it. All right. But all of us, I mean, look at you with everything that you've accomplished. I've somehow had to get by in life with my limitations this face, right? So I understand we all have limitations. Life is about figuring out the puzzle, doing the best with what we have. And I want to help you get the mindset and then also the strategies on how to build muscle with your limitations. Now they're a little bit older, all right, despite your limitations. So nobody can tell you, how much weight to lift. I don't care if I'm talking to a 25-year-old, right, and he wants to build muscle. He's asking me what's heavy. All right, is that heavy? Is that light? Well, it's really relative, right? It's relative to the volume of work. It's relative to your goals. It's relative to your size. It's relative to how long you've been training, what overload is to you, how much muscle that you build, right? But the key is, how are you doing at the end of your set? You got to challenge yourself. You got to challenge yourself without hurting yourself, without risking injury. It's not worth risking injury, right? If I don't care, you go on a great run of 6 months, you're lifting heavy, but you get injured, and that can last for months and months. You're just going to go backwards. So you got to figure out, I can't take a risk for you, risk versus war in life. If you lift weight and you get that one more rep, it's good for me, hit that muscle, that risk without injury that you have to decide. I can't decide that for you. That's what's going to build muscle over time. So When you have limitations, I can't feel your pain. I can't tell you how hard to push it. That's something you have to feel out, but you got to play with that line and don't go over that line, right? But it's overload. So if you have a lighter weight, you're going to have to do more reps, but those last two have to challenge you, right? And, if it's a shoulder or a back or however you're doing it, whatever the thing is, whatever it takes to challenge you, right? That's the key. No matter what the weight is, no matter what the exercise, no what the injury, whatever the limitation is, that's the only factor. Progressive overload, no matter what your challenges, are. So there's no way around it, and that's an individual journey. There's nothing I can say more than that, and then you have to take it from there, right? Mindset is so important. Can you do it, right? Here, this is the thing that I want to share with you. And I don't really care if you're 25 years old or you're 55 years old. I'll say this over and over again, a couple things. One is we greatly, greatly overestimate how much that week of workouts, that set, those exercises, that volume, that weight training, how much muscle that's actually building. Look, I'm all for positive thinking. I'm all about not setting limitations for yourself. A lot of guys, hey, I've built 5 pounds over the last month or whatever it is. And, if you believe that to be true, great. If that's moving you forward, I never want to challenge your sense of certainty. It's better to believe if you like the way you look, if you like the way you're training, what's the matter what the number is? What if it's only 1.5, but you love it? Doesn't matter if it's 5. Really? It doesn't really matter if it's 5, right? It's making you happy, right? But on the other hand, some guys are looking great. They're doing everything they can, but their expectations are way too high. This isn't working. Yes, it is. If you're doing those things, it's working, right? Nutrition is an important part. I'm not talking about, I know I got to eat, I got to get my nutrients, how much protein. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. You eat consistently, right? It helps you build muscle. But again, I'll just say to you at this age, right? The leaner you get, the more muscle you'll see. I mean, you look at, my skin, right? The thinner it is, it just makes it look bigger. You can see the veins, you can see striations, you can see the separation from the shoulders, from the biceps to the triceps, even the branchialias, the veins coming through. It just gives this illusion of size and being fit. Telling you got to get lean. You got to get lean. You got to get lean. Once you're overloading the muscle, that's the most important part. Despite your limitations, don't give up because you know what? Even if you don't have as much muscle, do you look good? Do you feel good? Are you doing this to be functional? So as we get older, we're functional. We live a productive life, right? Don't get caught up in the mentality of when you're 25, I'm never going to be big enough, or that whole thing. And we got to look at it differently. We shouldn't even really looked at it that way anyway. Did it ever work out that way? So we don't want to. We don't want to uh, have that mentality that didn't work in our 20s. We don't want to have that in our 50s or older. All right, but there's nobody can tell you anything differently than what I told you with your limitations, your specific limitations. Nobody can tell you anything different with integrity. All right. So now the battle is with yourself, right? Be consistent with the training, overload the muscle, work around it, play with that dance of risk versus reward without hurting yourself, and get lean to show what you have. All right. Get lean to show what you have. All right. Let's see some of these comments here. I want to say hello. Clayton, hello from Virginia. Love your content and great info you provide for us. Well, thank you so much, Clayton. Clayton on Facebook. I'm so glad you're here. Clayton, how long have you been watching? I appreciate your kind words, and I'm glad I'm providing value. Thank you so much. William, hello. Great to have you. William on Facebook. Johnny, hi from Brisbane, Australia. Mohammed, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Alan, great to have you here, sir. Giuseppe, hello. Back again. John on YouTube, thank you for being here. Hello. Jesse, how you doing, sir? you might, I know we've talked over the years since we met at an expo here in California. Hopefully, that helps you with your mindset and what you're doing here. Johnny, let's see what Johnny has to say. I'm 47 now, and I've definitely noticed the physical difference and limitations since hitting my mid 40s. I train 3 to 4 times a week. Okay. You working through it though? What can I do to help you? Let me know with you specifically. Shannon on Facebook. Great to have you here, sir. Johnny, I'm 64, train 5 days a week. 64, feeling great, I hope. Great for you. Robin says, got to keep that progressive overload. Yes, even if we're getting older and the weight goes down, it's all about overload, right? Love your show. Thanks. Thank you, John. Thank you so much, John, on YouTube. Let's see what Paul says. Don't compare yourself to me. Good advice. I think people should compare themselves with the person they were when they started and look at the goals they've accomplished. Compare yourself to that you used to be, not anyone else. Yes, that is true. Learn from other people. Me doing this for 33 years, where a lot of men, like I said, I respect what you've mastered. I want to provide you not with complicated overkill, interesting, but not impactful, optimal strategies. I want to really reinforce the basic. You can learn that from me. All right. And then go on that journey. Everybody's got a journey. Miguel, how can I get my friend, he's 57, to lift weights and work out? I've sent him a couple of videos doing calf raises, but I don't think he's done it. Motivation, the drive. I mean, why? Why is this important to your friend? I mean, that's something that he's got to figure out, because his reality, I mean, if he says, you know what, I will live forever. I will look so good. I'll make $1 bazillion, and I'll have so much energy. I'll rekindle my marriage. If he believes that to be true, what training and eating will do, if he believes it to be true, whether it's not true at all or only partially true, if he believes that, then he'll do it. He'll get it done. If he believes that, I'm going to be dead and not functional at 70 if I don't get going, going towards pain, going against pleasure, whether it's true or not. If he doesn't do this, he'll be so depressed, and he'll end up in a home, draining his family of attention, and draining his family. Everything that he's earned and saved for his family will be wasted in a home with poor health. If he believes that to be true, and he believes that exercise and getting our program will help, then he's going to do it, right? So we all play this game in our mind, pain and pleasure, knowing why we're doing it, whether it's true or not. If it's true to us, we will work out. His body type is not bad, but I feel like he could do some work. That's interesting. When I was 27 years old, I had a neighbor who said that he wanted me to work out with him, right? And at that time, before that, I had joined the gym a couple times and quit, right? Just like a lot of people do. I was happy with it when it looked. And I remember he really wanted me to join a gym out playing basketball. He was telling me, your arms are good, but this and that, but your calves don't match. And he was just picking apart like my body, and I'm not used to this whole bodybuilding world. I mean, who looks at a body like that? I thought he was some kind of weirdo, right? I was happy with my body. Why would I spend all this time in a gym, right? If you're happy with the way you look, if you're happy with your life, even if your body isn't as good as it should be, if you got a lot of other great things going on that makes you happy, I mean, that's all that's important. This is just some meat suit that we have. All right. It's the importance we put on or the lack of importance. But the goal is to be happy in life, right? To be proud of ourselves. Some people can do that without having a great body. And I know a lot of people, right, being in this fitness industry for 30 years, that have amazing bodies. And the net result is they're not that happy. They don't feel that control of their life. So, whether you believe it should be better, his body should be better. That's really up to him, right? If that is important to the overall picture of like body's just one part of who we are. Obviously, guys like you believe, it's who you are represent. It's a springboard. It's a stepping stone to have that life and that mentality that you want. All right. But everybody doesn't share that. Hello, 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 Ken. Great to have you here, sir. Miguel, also, I know not everyone has to lift and work out, but still, yeah, I know, Miguel. I know what you're talking about. Johnson City, Tennessee is where Shannon's from. Great to have you here, sir. Hello, by the way. Hello, Miguel. Over 30 years myself, 51 now. Great. Got 425 for 5 on the squat 8. That's amazing. That's awesome. It's not just the weight, that you have the mentality to get under that weight at this age. All right, guys. Hey, a lot of energy here. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, I can take you through a 12-week journey. By the time we're done, you and me connecting for 12 weeks, over 12 hours on the phone, and all the connection, whatever it takes, you'll know exactly what to do when it comes to fitness, with the training, the nutrition, the systems, the strategies, how you organize your day. All right, the lifestyle that you need, the sustainable lifestyle that you need. You'll know exactly why you're doing it. I'm just not going to give you strategies that, well, this is just what Skip told me to do. You'll know why you're doing it, how that compares to all this information that you are sometimes being confused with. It'll be in a sustainable manner, and you'll know the time frames that it takes, what to expect and when. Really, to have this as a sustainable lifestyle, right, where it's just who you are, the route is it's counterintuitive to what most men think. It doesn't happen the way you think a lot of times. And if you don't know that, you can be right on track and always change your routine and constantly being frustrated and be right on the right track, but you just don't know what happens and when. And I can help you through that in addition to the accountability. When we're done, it's not going to be a matter of what to do. You know exactly what to do. And then it's just a matter of doing it. I really believe it's a lot easier to get motivated when you believe what you're going to do is going to pay off. And those 12 hours plus 12 weeks with me, you'll have this. Everything you need to know. Again, you master those other areas of your life, and now you're coming to fitness 12 weeks with me, you'll have it for the rest of your life. All right, so reach out. I'll post my cell phone. You can text me. We can get into a conversation. Got time after my kids' basketball game. So tomorrow, if the weekend's good for you, we can see if it's a good fit for you. No obligation, right? So I want to make sure that you're ready. So reach out for one-on-one coaching. All right, so that is going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men Live. Let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.